If you're 18 years old, you need to stop cashing your checks and paying things in cash. Today, I'm going to show you what you do if you're 18 years old and want to succeed financially. Hello, my name is Lucas, I'm 20 years old, and I'm a personal banker at one of America's largest retail banks. In this channel, I want to teach you how to better manage your money and build better habits. So if you just turned 18 and want to know what you do to make sure you succeed financially, make sure to watch this video all the way through. If you just turned 18 and you clicked on this video, congratulations. You are now old enough to vote, go fight in a war, or be trialed as an adult in a court of law. But don't you dare think about renting a car or grabbing a beer. Upon turning 18 and graduating high school, there are 3 paths you can choose to take. You can either work, study, or do both. If you are a full-time student, chances are you already got a lot on your plate. So, before you take any of the advice I'm about to give you, think about what your schedule looks like and how much time do you have in your hands. If you have been blessed with a family that is able to keep you as a full-time student without the need of you picking up a part-time job, take advantage of that and focus on your school. If you feel that you can excel at school while working on the side, picking up a part-time job could be a great idea for you. But if you are pursuing a major that requires a lot of your time and energy, always make sure to prioritize your studies. Now, if you're not going to school at all, or if you are going to school but you feel that you can balance both without compromising one or the other, I'm about to give you some great advice on how you can better leverage your time and money to succeed financially. So keep in mind that some parts of this video might apply only to those who are able to work. As a young adult, the first thing you need to do is find a way to generate some income. For most people, this is going to be getting a part-time job. When I was 16 years old, my first job was working at a place that made acai bowls, which meant that I worked in the service industry. And the same was for a lot of my friends. In fact, up until I was almost 18, I only worked in the service industry. Although I have no complaints about my previous jobs, being a young adult does not mean you're limited to the service industry. And I feel that that's a limitation that a lot of kids set up for themselves, but in fact it's actually not true. If I was 18 years old again, would probably be either to get a job at a place where I can earn lots of tips or work under a mentor that works in an industry that I'm interested in. The best job in the service industry, in my opinion, would be a server. As a server, you're not making any food, so you won't be under as much pressure as somebody that works in a kitchen. And as a server, you get the chance to develop lots of customer service skills, which for future jobs will be very valuable. Also, servers here in America earn lots of tips. It's kind of a given thing that you're gonna tip your server at the end of your meal. So the fact that on top of your wages, you can still earn some tips adds great financial value to you. But if being a server is not your thing, I'm going to tell you some examples of jobs that are outside of the service industry that could be great for your resume. Jobs such as salesperson, assistants of any kind, bank teller, or any position in digital marketing or media creation are great opportunities for young adults to get started in their work experience. Most of these jobs don't require a lot, if any, experience, and it's a great way for you to get some experience and be exposed to a healthy work environment. Now, some of these jobs are going to want to see some experience coming from you. But the good news is that you can acquire this experience through voluntary work. A good example of this came to me from a friend from church. Back when we were in high school, she volunteered at our church to work at the coffee shop. Although in the coffee shop she did not get paid, she had great experience handling cash, fulfilling orders, and speaking to customers. With this experience, she then applied for a different job at a much better company that provided her with benefits such as health and dental insurance and a 401k retirement plan. Aside from the benefits and good pay, working at this company gives my friend an opportunity of growth. In bigger companies, the chance of you getting promoted and growing to a better position is much higher than a small mom and pop shop or in a huge fast food chain. Working for a bigger company also gave my friend exposure to what working at a big corporation really feels like and see if that's her thing or not. There are many options as far as jobs for 18-year-olds out there, but essentially what you want to look for in a job is opportunity of growth and exposure to a growing and profitable industry. My first job required me to make food for a living, which for a 16-year-old isn't that bad, but it didn't provide me with any constructive opportunity, meaning that no matter how long I worked there wasn't much to learn and grow from, unless I dreamed of opening my own acai bowl shop in the future. After finding a source of income comes the most important part of this video: save your money. Of course, every kid is told by their parents to save their money, yet they never do. Let me share with you a good example on how to save your money in order to achieve your goals. Picture 2 broke college students named Johnny and Bob. Both Johnny and Bob are 18 years old and are looking to buy their very first car once they turn 21. With a budget of $5,000 ahead of them, Johnny and Bob pick up a job at their local gym. With a monthly salary of $1,000 after taxes and living expenses, Bob then created a savings plan where 40% of his income would go to his savings account, another 40% will go to his investing apps, and 20% will go to whatever he wishes to spend on. Johnny, on the other hand, had no real financial plan, which led him to spend 80% of his income. After 3 years, Bob had over $14,000 saved up, while Johnny had only been able to save $3,600. The moral of the story is, if you save like Bob did, then you will not have to settle for a Nissan Sentra. Saving money will absolutely change your life. By creating good habits and developing discipline, money will become more of a friend than an enemy to you. Now, although saving money is very important, it is not everything. And as the saying goes, cash is king, but credit is power. After getting a job and getting started on saving your money, it is time to start building your credit. Now, I will be making a more in-depth video about the perfect credit journey for a young adult. So let me know in the comments, and by liking this video if you guys want to see that video. I got some great cards and tactics and I want to share with you guys that could help you reach that 800 credit score. But essentially what you want to do is get a credit card the day you turn 18. One of the biggest factors of determining your credit worthiness is the age of your credit. So getting started as soon as possible will help you in the long run. The perfect credit journey, in a nutshell, boils down to getting started with a security credit card right when you turn 18. A security credit card requires a security deposit right when you apply for the card that will be equivalent to your credit line. So say you put down a deposit of $500, that means your credit line is going to be $500. Use your card here and there just to get some charges on it, and then make sure to pay it off in full before the end of the statement period. You should also keep in mind to keep your credit usage around 10 to 30% of your credit line, meaning you do not go on a spending spree the moment you get that card in the mail. You're going to keep your security card for at least a year before you start applying for other cards. When you do apply for other cards, you want to look for cards that have no annual fee, so that way you can keep them open for as long as possible without having to use them that much. When it comes to credit cards, a lot of people get lured into the idea of buying now and paying it later. But when using your credit card, make sure to keep in mind a golden rule of finance, which is only use the money that you have and do not buy on credit what you can't buy on debit. Unless you're buying a car or a house, I mean, come on now. Once your credit journey is taken care of and you have some money saved up, it's time to start investing. I know many people are very intimidated by the word investing. First thing that comes to mind is Chad from business class telling you to buy this Shiba coin that you don't even know anything about, or telling you to go all in on AMC and it's gonna go to the moon. But investing doesn't necessarily mean trading stocks. In fact, 90% of traders will actually fail at beating the market long term. When it comes to investing, rather than trying to stay on top of the latest trend in stock, you're gonna want to build a consistent habit of invest a portion of your income into a solid investment such as an index fund. Now, just because you're investing more conservatively does not mean that you cannot go and invest in ventures. If there is a company that you're very passionate and interested in, then by all means, go ahead and responsibly invest in it. In summary, rather than trying to hit the jackpot and get rich quick, you should focus on building strong and intelligent habits around your finances. With that said, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you learned a thing or two about personal finance. Remember that when it comes to finance, it is a long run, and you rarely see tons of progress right away. But I promise you, if you follow the steps I told you today consistently for a year or two, you are going to see significant improvement in your finances. If you want to get started today in investing some of your money into the stock market, make sure to grab your free stock on the link down below. We're using my code for Robinhood. Full disclosure, I'm not sponsored, but I will get a free stock if you use my link. Secondly, a great app that I love to use for budgeting is called Copilot. I also have a link for it in my description. Again, not sponsored, just really want to share with you guys what I use in the daily basis personally to help me save money and keep in track of my budgets. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Make sure to make someone's day today. Peace.